In the vast, silent darkness before creation, before galaxies spun into brilliant spirals, before atoms even vibrated with the first whispers of existence, there was only an infinite consciousness, watching over an unborn universe. This consciousness willed space into being, commanded quantum fields to awaken, and from a single, divine impulse, the cosmic program began. If someone is born a non-believer, can they truly be blamed? And if life is a test, how can that test possibly be fair for everyone? These questions have fueled debates for centuries, often creating deep divisions. It might be here, it might be there, it could be everywhere at once. Only when it's observed does it collapse into a definite, single state. And in this strange, counterintuitive truth, many see a profound reflection of human free will. Your upbringing, your environment, your culture, they shape your initial probability cloud. They influence your starting point, but they do not force your final collapse. They don't dictate the final choice you make. Imagine life as a grand, cosmic double-slit experiment. In this famous experiment, when you fire photons one by one at a barrier with two slits, you can't predict which slit any single photon will go through. Some interfere with each other, some diverge, behaving in ways that defy classical prediction, and yet over time, as more and more photons pass through, a meaningful, intricate interference pattern emerges on the screen behind. This is remarkably similar to our own spiritual journeys. The beginning never defines the end. The initial conditions do not decide the final destination. Yet, quantum mechanics reveals a phenomenon even more miraculous than any classical rule: quantum tunneling. If electrons, simple fundamental particles, can break through barriers without following any logical, classical path, then what about human beings? No quantum state is ever permanently locked. No wave function is sentenced to a single outcome. Possibility is the very foundation of existence. From this perspective, the divine test isn't about where you begin your journey. It's about how you navigate the field of possibilities offered to you. It's about whether you seek sincerity in your heart, whether you approach the concept of truth with honesty, even when you're filled with uncertainty. It's about whether your heart remains open to new evidence, new feelings, and new ideas. The observer effect in quantum physics adds another fascinating layer to this understanding. We know that particles behave differently when they are being watched. The very act of observation changes the outcome. The universe, it seems, recognizes awareness. It changes under its gaze. Now, imagine the one who created observation itself. Imagine the awareness of the creator, his all-encompassing understanding, his ability to see every subtle turn, every internal struggle, every sincere question that flickers within a person's heart. In a universe designed this way, being born a non-believer is not a final verdict. It's simply an initial condition in a field of near-infinite potential. The test isn't about the probability cloud you started in. It's about the direction you choose to move toward with sincerity. The judgment is on your trajectory, not your birthplace. And in this, the fairness of the test becomes beautifully clear. Not everyone shines with the same light. Not everyone begins with the same spiritual energy or opportunity, but everyone is given the quantum space to rise, to seek, and to transform. So when that profound question arises, is it my fault that I was born a non-believer? Humans, with our unique conscious awareness, have the incredible capacity to collapse into truth, even from the most unlikely of beginnings. In this unfolding cosmic pattern, in this delicate dance between probability and free will, lies a divine reassurance. The test was never about where you started. It was always about who you chose to become. No initial condition, no matter how difficult, has the power to imprison a soul that chooses sincerity. No background, no matter how skeptical, can eclipse a heart that truly and honestly seeks the truth. And in that, the fairness of the test becomes not just logical, but profoundly beautiful. Thanks for watching. If this idea resonated with you, consider subscribing for more explorations into the big questions of life. See you next time.